The clash between Zimbabwe and South Africa in the men's T20 World Cup 2026 delivered everything fans expect from a high-stakes global tournament encounter: intensity, momentum swings, individual brilliance, and a finish that kept everyone on the edge of their seats. Played in front of a passionate crowd in Delhi, this Southern African derby carried extra significance, with both sides eager to strengthen their position in the group stage and make a powerful statement on the world stage. Zimbabwe, often seen as underdogs in global tournaments, walked in with confidence and clarity. They understood that facing a heavyweight like South Africa required fearless cricket, especially in the shortest format where momentum can flip in a matter of deliveries. From the very first over, Zimbabwe showed attacking intent. Their openers began positively, targeting anything loose and ensuring that the power play overs did not go to waste. Even though South Africa's pace attack generated bounce and movement, Zimbabwe's batters stayed composed, rotating strikes smartly and picking boundaries at crucial moments. The early breakthrough for South Africa slightly slowed Zimbabwe's charge, but it also brought their most influential batter to the crease. What followed was a masterclass in controlled aggression. The Zimbabwean innings was built around calculated risk-taking. Instead of blindly swinging for the ropes, the middle order focused on building partnerships and maintaining a healthy run rate. The Delhi surface offered decent bounce, but it was not a flat track. Timing and placement were more important than brute force, and Zimbabwe adapted beautifully. The standout performance came from Sikandar Raza, who once again proved why he is the heartbeat of Zimbabwean cricket. Walking in under pressure, Raza balanced responsibility with aggression. He assessed conditions quickly, took on the spinners, and manipulated the field with clever sweeps and lofted drives. His ability to accelerate without losing shape allowed Zimbabwe to push beyond a modest total and set something competitive. Every boundary he struck seemed to energize his teammates and silence the South African supporters in the crowd. South Africa, however, never allowed the game to drift too far away. Their bowling unit, led by disciplined spells in the middle overs, managed to contain the flow of boundaries. The pacers varied their lengths intelligently, mixing short deliveries with yorkers to limit late innings damage. Even so, Zimbabwe's finish ensured they posted a challenging total, one that demanded a professional chase rather than a casual stroll. As the innings break concluded, the mood shifted. South Africa's batting lineup is known for explosive power, and the chase began with clear intent. The opening pair came out aggressively, determined to dominate the power play. Zimbabwe's bowlers, aware of the danger, stuck to tight lines and attempted to force errors. The first few overs were a fascinating tactical battle, South Africa searching for momentum, Zimbabwe protecting their total with discipline. An early wicket gave Zimbabwe hope, and suddenly the pressure tilted back onto the Proteas. The required rate began to climb, not drastically, but enough to introduce doubt. Zimbabwe sensed an opportunity and tightened the screws through sharp fielding and clever bowling changes. The introduction of spin proved particularly effective, as South Africa struggled momentarily to find clean timing. Just when Zimbabwe seemed to be building control, South Africa's middle order responded with fearless hitting. Dewald Brevis injected fresh energy into the chase. His approach was fearless yet calculated. Instead of trying to blast every ball, he picked specific bowlers to attack and targeted specific overs to shift the momentum. A flurry of boundaries in a single over completely changed the complexion of the match. Suddenly, the required run rate dipped, and South Africa looked back in command. However, T20 cricket rarely follows a straight script. Zimbabwe fought back again, this time through a brilliant all-round effort from Raza with the ball. Picking up crucial wickets, he ensured the contest remained alive. Each dismissal sparked loud celebrations from the Zimbabwean camp, and for a brief period, South Africa looked vulnerable. The game entered that thrilling phase where every dot ball felt like a victory and every boundary a dagger. The middle overs became a test of nerve. South Africa needed composure, Zimbabwe needed breakthroughs. The field placements grew more aggressive, with catching men brought inside the circle to force risky strokes. South Africa's batters focused on strike rotation, refusing to let the pressure snowball. They trusted their depth and experience. As the chase moved into the final 5 overs, the equation was delicately poised. Zimbabwe's bowlers knew 1 or 2 quick wickets could swing the game irreversibly. South Africa's batters understood that panic was the only real enemy. The crowd's energy amplified every moment. Singles were cheered like boundaries, dot balls roared louder than wickets. Brevis continued his assault, combining innovation with power. A couple of audacious shots over mid-wicket and extra cover reminded everyone why he is regarded as one of the brightest young talents in the South African setup. Even so, Zimbabwe refused to fade. Tight overs from their seamers meant the game edged toward a tense finish rather than a comfortable conclusion. When South Africa finally crossed the line, it was with a sense of relief rather than dominance. Winning by 5 wickets, they secured crucial points, but the narrow margin highlighted Zimbabwe's competitiveness. It was not a one-sided affair, it was a hard-earned victory forged through resilience. From a tactical standpoint, the match underscored the importance of middle-over control in T20 cricket. Zimbabwe maximized their batting resources through partnerships and intelligent acceleration, while South Africa relied on strategic bursts of aggression rather than constant attacking. Both sides demonstrated why modern T20 cricket is as much about reading situations as it is about raw power. For Zimbabwe, the positives were immense. Competing toe-to-toe with a top-ranked side in a World Cup setting boosts belief and confidence. Their batting depth, anchored by Raza, showed maturity. Their bowling unit, although unable to defend the total, displayed discipline and heart. Small improvements in death bowling execution could easily transform such close losses into memorable victories in future matches. For South Africa, the win reinforced their reputation as a balanced side capable of absorbing pressure. The calmness in the chase, particularly during tricky middle phases, demonstrated growth and tactical awareness. Young players stepping up in crucial moments added another layer of optimism for their campaign. The encounter also reminded fans why regional rivalries add extra spice to global tournaments. Zimbabwe and South Africa share history, geography, and competitive pride. When these teams meet, it is never just about points, it is about asserting dominance in Southern African cricket. This match added another compelling chapter to that narrative. Fielding, often overlooked, played a subtle but crucial role. Sharp stops in the ring prevented easy singles, and athletic boundary saves ensured that every run was earned. In T20 cricket, where margins are razor-thin, such efforts often decide outcomes. The pitch in Delhi offered balanced conditions. Batters who applied themselves were rewarded, while bowlers who varied pace and length found assistance. It was neither a batting paradise nor a bowler's graveyard, simply a surface that rewarded smart cricket. Both teams adapted well, which is why the contest remained tight until the final overs. Emotionally, the match had layers. Zimbabwe's celebrations after each breakthrough reflected hunger and belief. South Africa's composed body language during tense moments revealed experience and trust in their system. These psychological elements are often invisible in scorecards but visible in the rhythm of the game. As the tournament progresses, matches like this could prove pivotal. Net run rate, confidence, and momentum all hinge on performances in tight games. South Africa will carry forward the assurance that they can chase under pressure. Zimbabwe will take encouragement from pushing a powerhouse to the brink. Ultimately, the Zimbabwe vs South Africa clash was more than just a group stage fixture. It was a showcase of T20 cricket's unpredictability and drama. It celebrated individual brilliance while emphasizing teamwork. It reminded fans that rankings mean little once the first ball is bowled. And most importantly, it delivered entertainment worthy of a World Cup stage. For viewers and cricket lovers around the world, this was a match that encapsulated why the men's T20 World Cup continues to captivate global audiences. Skill, courage, tension, and heart, everything unfolded over 40 overs of gripping action. As both teams move ahead in the tournament, This encounter will be remembered as one of the most fiercely contested and emotionally charged battles of the 2026 edition.